Outflows continue to dominate here the SPY, and we could see here a continuation of testing key support levels. If this is your first time coming across the channel, welcome. To all subscribers, welcome back. So the SPY stock here at the beginning of the day after the open, a bear indicator was popped up here, and our SPY bot sent the bear indicator directly to our Discord at 9:45 a.m. and it didn't get canceled by a bull indicator till 11:10 a.m. lasting nearly an hour. Outflows dominating, pure weakness there on those charts, and put options went up over 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets, and join the members using 42 Vision to gain that edge within the volatility and the markets charts, the link is down below in the description and in the top pinned comment to get connected to 42 Vision, our inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us. So the SPY here is dominated by outflows here all day, and 4 million here going into the close. And this is a great way to see resistance, because when we pop back up, there was weakness there into the close. And when we zoom in and look at this from the 3-minute, you could see the same thing, that level of outflows dominating as a resistance. And the 1-minute, it went ahead and double confirmed it, right? We have that triple confirmation from the 1-minute, 3-minute, and 5-minute, followed by those bear indicators, and you could just see all day being dominated by outflows, and those outflow levels tend to become strong resistance levels. And you could see here how outflows dominate. You could see it there with our inflow versus outflow. Green is inflows and outflows are the red bars, and you can just see it dominating, and then it becomes red or green depending on the strength of inflow versus outflows. And you can just see it on multiple time frames here, how the outflow bars, which are the red ones, continue to dominate, and they're shaded red here because of the weakness. Now we're going to look at 42 Vision as well, and we're going to see that full transitions have happened. So as we can see here on the SPY, we continue to see transitions from dark green to wire-fed borders, right? This is where we see the strengths and weakness within the charts. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 Vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflows as extra layers of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here, and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index. And when we zoom out and look at this from the 30-minute, we could see a bear indicator dominating since up here at the 562 level, and also a huge amount of outflows, right? Canceling out those inflows from earlier in the day when things popped up. And it was the date that tariffs were announced and they started, right? They went into effect, and everything that has to do with tariffs has continued to push things down. And the market is trying to price in here what's going on and how does tariffs affect inflation. Because if prices go up, then people are expecting possible inflation. And even the Fed made these comments. I was posting this on Twitter, and the Fed, Powell, stated today, the uncertainty is high and the downside risk have risen. Doesn't mean that it's actually full-blown, here's the risk and we're going down, but the risk is higher now. But the economy is still in a good place. And then he states here, progress towards 2% inflation goal has slowed. So the Fed has been working on this 2% inflation, quote unquote, as they call it. They may skew that number a little bit, or whatever that means to them, other than just 2%. It's just very broad to say 2%, but whatever their goal is, they're stating that it has slowed. And they were working towards that. Inflation supposedly has been going down according to the numbers and information. That's not how individuals feel. I would like to see your comments down below and what you think about tariffs. A lot of people are stating too that Trump has a plan, and that's something that I posted earlier as well, which I thought was kind of funny. He stated that Powell is always late. That's literally his statement. He was stating that they need to start lowering the interest rates and making things start to reflect easy monetary policy to reverse the effects of all these things. And he's basically now stating that, okay, I put all my tariffs in place. And he's almost trying to force the hand of, okay, the Fed needs to work with me so we could keep the economy okay under these circumstances that his plan is to make things better, right? In the long run or in the short term, whatever it may be, but his plan is to make things better. So we have to see how the Fed reacts. Right now, the Fed is in a pausing state. The president is also going ahead and making his executive orders. And then we have here an economy and a stock market that is trying to price in how this affects things. And for some people, the pullbacks are just the setups for the next bull run. And for some people, this is like terrible. But usually right here is when one is supposed to be watching the stock market and charts and understanding them more than ever, because this is where the opportunities begin. We don't know exactly what the bottom is of this, because look how fast we've dropped in the last several weeks and how fast we've dropped in just the last 2 days. This has been like one of the biggest drops we've seen, very fast, right after the announcements of how these tariffs are going to roll out, and then also the reciprocal tariffs. But when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, bear indicator, huge outflow level here. And then when you go all the way to the 4 hour, huge outflow here of 9 million, and then bear indicators back to back with strength. And we were coming back down to key levels. Historically, we've been looking at it, 500, and then below that is the 495 level. We've been talking about this. These inflow levels historically have been crucial, holding up this chart. And even when we've pulled back and we didn't touch these levels and we held above it, those inflows are what held up the whole entire market. And here we are testing these levels. These are the most crucial support levels here as we're seeing it. And then when you go all the way out towards the 1 day, okay, we still have levels below this, and that's down at the 500 to the 494 level. If that gets broken through and you go all the way to the 1 week, which we've been under a bear indicator here for the last several weeks since up here at 590, well, then it goes all the way back to the pullback here earlier in 2023, and that's near 428. And before even getting there, there's other supports to watch, such as 494 and 470 and even 450, and then down here, right? So there's still a long way to go for that. Those are historical levels to not ignore of huge inflows. But right now, I'm focused more on the 1 day chart and the 4 hour chart as we're approaching these support levels and historical levels that should not be ignored. So what are the key levels I'll be watching? Well, the first thing is support, guys. The first supports are down here at 500. Next support I'll be watching is 497 and then 493. Now to the upside, we got to zoom in here. And the first resistance is 510, guys. But we need to break through 505, 508, and 510 is going to be crucial. Then I'll be watching the 512 to 515 level, guys. Those are the tight ranges to the upside and to the downside. And if you guys want to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets and these charts, check out the link down below in the description in the top pinned comment to get connected over to our 42 vision indicator, our inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. It's a great way to learn charts along the way, whether you're a beginning investor, learning investor, or even experienced investor, and you can join the members using it, and they're using these equipped resources to maximize in the volatility, guys. And you could see here that if you trade penny stocks or just stocks in general, this is one of the stocks that popped up today with some of the strongest inflows. Just like yesterday, it showed us right into the open the compound effect of these inflows. You can see it yesterday, it showed us these inflows. I used this as an example. This was the resistance area and it broke right through it. And then today, it went ahead and broke out, and you had yesterday's levels as resistance, the highs from yesterday, and it broke through it, right? And same thing here with ARB, right? AREB, excuse me. One of the top stocks popping off today, and you could see the compound of inflows. The inflow level here never crossed back below it, followed by a bull indicator pushed up, inflows again for the next run, and you could just see how these inflows are dominating on these charts and even into the close, guys. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.